Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It is May 6th, 2023. We're in the Old Testament. We are in the book of Numbers, and we are going to read chapter 6 today. Excuse me. All right, so this talks about people who make a Nazarite vow. They're going to dedicate themselves to the Lord in a special way. Now, it's not a commandment to do that, nor does it say you have to do that. It's more along the lines of, if you're going to do it, this is what God, expects you to do. When we get to the New Testament, this is never ever mentioned directly. We see when the angel comes to tell Zechariah about the birth of his son John the Baptist that he's pretty much describing that John is going to be a Nazarite all of his life. We see Christ referred to as a Nazarene, which probably just means he's from Nazareth, but you could take it to mean maybe he is a Nazarite, although he drinks wine, which is forbidden of one, so that's probably not true. But if you look at his life, you see that his ministry starts with the wine and ends at the Last Supper with him vowing not to drink wine anymore. So maybe his life is in preparation to take the vow. I don't know. You would have to make up your own mind about that. Again, Old Testament. Again, in the New Testament, we don't see it a lot. In Acts, Paul shaves his hair because he's taking a vow. That seems like another. So they're probably still that idea, but it's not really something that's being called on us to do. Like fasting. Now, if it doesn't say you can't do it, if you feel like it, but you're not necessarily have to do it. And again, just like taking vowing that you're going to fast, or vowing that you're going to follow Christ maybe in a special way, and I'm going to dedicate myself to him. Well, we see here the example. It's all or nothing. You're going to do it, do it. They're letting their hair grow. I'm looking different than you. And when you ask me why is my hair growing and I'm not cutting it, I'm going to tell you because I said I would not cut my hair because I owe God something, and I'm not going to cut it until that's done. Oh, have some wine. I'm not drinking wine. I told God that, I'm not going to touch that until this. So that's what they're displaying. And again, I guess we see that in our Christian vows that we make. And again, it's not that we're ordered to. It's that we're doing it not to add to what Jesus did for us in our salvation. We're doing it maybe for something inside of us to show self-control, to show that, I needed to learn a lesson, and this is how I needed to learn that lesson. And then this section ends with a call by God to Aaron to tell him how to bless his people. This is what I want you to do when you go out and give a blessing. I want you to go out there and tell them to name it and claim it and decree it and prove it and order it. No, he doesn't tell them that. He just gives them a really simple, bless you and keep you. May God's face shine on you. May he lift you up. May you live in peace. Nice and simple. That's what God wants for us. That's the blessing. That's the ultimate thing that God wants for us. And that's enough. I don't need anything else if God's doing that for me. So let's go ahead and we're going to read let's go ahead and we're going to read Numbers chapter 6. All right. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the children of Israel and say to them, when either a man or woman consecrates an offering to take the vow of a Nazarite to separate himself to the Lord, he shall separate himself from the wine and similar drink. He shall drink neither vinegar made from wine nor vinegar made from similar drink. Neither shall he drink any grape juice nor eat fresh grapes or raisins. All the days of his separation he shall eat nothing that is produced by the grapevine from seed to skin. All the days of the vow of his separation no razor shall come upon his head until the days are fulfilled for which he separated himself to the Lord. He shall be holy. And he shall let the locks of the hair of his head grow. All the days that he separates himself to the Lord, he shall not go near a dead body. He shall not make himself unclean, even for his father or his mother or his brother or his sister when they die, because his separation to God is on his head. All the days of his separation he shall be holy to the Lord. And if anyone dies very suddenly beside him, and he defiles his consecrated head, then he shall shave his head on the day of his cleansing. On the 7th day he shall shave it. Then on the 8th day he shall bring 2 turtle doves or 2 young pigeons to the priest to the door of the tabernacle of meeting. And the priest shall offer one as a sin offering and the other as a burnt offering, and make atonement for him, because he sinned in regard to the corpse, and he shall sanctify his head that same day. He shall consecrate to the Lord the days of his separation, and bring a male lamb in the first year as a trespass offering, but the former days shall be lost, because the separation was defiled. Now this is the law of the Nazarite. When the days of his separation are fulfilled, he shall be brought to the door of the tabernacle of meeting, and he shall present his offering to the Lord. One male lamb in its first year without blemish is a burnt offering, one ewe lamb in the first year without blemish as a sin offering, and one ram without blemish as a peace offering. A basket of unleavened bread, cakes of fine flour mixed with oil, unleavened wafers anointed with oil, and their grain offering with their drink offerings. Then the priest shall bring them before the Lord, and offer his sin offering and his burnt offering. And he shall offer the ram as a sacrifice of a peace offering to the Lord, with the basket of unleavened bread. The priest shall also offer its grain offering and its drink offering. Then the Nazarite shall shave his consecrated head at the door of the tabernacle of meeting, and shall take the hair from his consecrated head, and put it on the fire which is under the sacrifice of the peace offering. And the priest shall take the boiled shoulder of the ram, one unleavened cake from the basket, and one unleavened wafer, and put them upon the hands of the Nazarite after he has shaved his consecrated hair. And the priest shall wave them as a wave offering before the Lord. They are holy for the priest, together with the breast of the wave offering and the thigh of the heave offering. After that the Nazarite may drink wine. This is the law of the Nazarite, who vows to the Lord the offering for his separation. And besides that, whatever else his hand is able to provide, according to the vow which he takes, so he must do according to the law of his separation. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to Aaron and his sons, saying, This is the way you shall bless the children of Israel. Say to them, The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. So they shall put my name on the children of Israel, and I will bless them. May God bless the reading of his word. May God bless you. Bye.